Hello everyone, Lisa Warden with Sacred Living. I am here with your reading for the week, Sunday, June 6th through Saturday, June 12th. And while I do your reading for the week, you can be thinking about which angel card resonates with you, and I'll have your message with that part at the end. We have angel number 1, angel number 2, or angel number 3. All right, so the energy of getting pulled backwards is getting ready to work in our favor of momentum, kind of like those little toy cars where you used to have to pull them backwards and whing, they would ready to slingshot ahead. And we have to have the courage in order to use this energy that is being gifted to us. So we're having to move forward with great courage, but we've got a tremendous amount of energy ready from spirit to help do those things if we are courageous. And we're also starting to see how things are possible. So during Mercury retrograde, we have a lot of energies about just remembering. We've had a lot of influence with Archangel Jeremiah, who is the Archangel of Life Reviews and those kinds of things, and praying with him to ask for his help in moving forward in our lives in a new way so as to avoid old patterns and those kinds of things. Well, we've had the inclinations, and now it feels like we've got the key for how to move forward, and some of the ideas are starting to break loose and get past the idea stage. Well, how would that look? And we are able to see that a lot more clearly at the beginning of the week, like Sunday and into Monday. But Tuesday, please beware of the smoke and mirrors. So what I was seeing when I was looking at this card is it was kind of going between this smoke and mirrors picture as it is on the card to a cameo, and back to the smoke and mirrors and to a cameo. And so a cameo is a vintage piece of jewelry. So there is a way of looking at things that is old, like an ancestral pattern. So if you think about some things like Murphy's Law, like everything that can go wrong, will go wrong, clear, cancel, delete. When we have these kinds of ideas passed down generation to generation to generation, we move forward thinking that these things are facts, cold, hard facts. And they are not. So we have to really examine some of the thinking patterns on Tuesday that are no longer serving us, because they can really generate a particular way that we're looking at things. The mind is always trying to make sense of things and to find patterns where there aren't patterns sometimes. And so it's going to be really easy to project something old onto the onto your Tuesday. So Wednesday, I feel like a real separate energy moving forward for the rest of the week, and it's going to be a lot more about our spiritual gifts. You might notice a lot more sense of connection. Some of us might feel a little bit more tired, I feel like, because some of the connection is made in dream time. And I feel like we have a new guide coming for us. And I thought that was kind of interesting when I got that message, because I've never felt like everybody gets new guides in a particular cycle of time, but there's something about the people who will be listening to this message will have new guidance, or at least spirit guides coming to them on Wednesday. So you can ask to really figure out in meditation how to work with this new spiritual guidance, or else meditate, dream time, any of those kinds of things. But that's really the important energy. And I feel like this energy of this new spirit guide influenced the whole rest of the week. Like it's the undertone carrying us through the whole rest of the week is everything that this spirit guide has to say. So this is going to be an important thing to tune in on. The next thing that came up is the Oracle's Gift. And when I was looking at this, I was looking at the tea bag. And I've never read tea leaves, but I get the premise of it. I've spoken to people about how it works. I don't know who was sitting around drinking their tea, and then all of a sudden they're like, ooh, this is going to tell me my future. I don't know who did that, but how funny is it that they figured out that you could use something as simple as a cup of tea to really be a divination tool. But what I was looking at with this card is the difference between fate and destiny. So each one of us has a particular destiny when we come and incarnate on the planet. But when we don't step into the full giftings and truly remember all of our gifts, then sometimes it feels more like a millstone and people get a lot of shoulder pain if they are not really stepping into all of their strengths and all of their giftings, because it literally feels like a burden that we carry, clear, cancel, delete, when we don't do that. So I feel like, especially Thursday with this new guide coming, he's going to be really poking at anytime we haven't stepped into our full potential and our full gifting, so as to take us from just kind of sitting back and going with the flow, succumbing to fate, and the ability to move more into the ability to fulfill and unfold our entire destiny. And so the cards with Friday, Saturday, again, I feel like that new guide is really moving us along. But I feel like those of us who are energetically sensitive, Friday and Saturday are going to be some feeling days. And so this card, Feeling the World, came out with upside down, beautiful, engaging heart. So I think that there's going to be some emotions, because we're going to have some really intense emotional sensitivity to all that's going on in the world. And so when I'm thinking about world events and I'm using my own discernment, I literally feel into what the planet is telling me and what I'm feeling about all of the things. And I think whether you have ever done that on purpose or not, we're all going to have some sensitivity to it. So all of the anger and the arguments and all of the things that have been very intense for us the last few years, it's going to be an intense couple of days for those of us who are highly sensitive. And so one of the things that you can do is you can be asking your angels to help protect you, and instead of absorbing as much, as to just notice, observe. So we don't have to take it in. Sometimes that's just our automatic pilot habit. So you can ask your spirit guides to help you literally observe what is going on, notice it, what you need to, and let the rest go. So that's going to be really important for this week. So again, make sure that you have your guides and ask them for the courage that you need to fully get all of the blessings from this week. Now, if you had angel number 1, I didn't look at him. I wanted to be surprised too. So angel number 1 is Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms and receive. And boy, is the gold cup bright in that golden chalice. His golden garb is really, really bright also. And so gold is Christ consciousness energy. And so I think that Archangel Sandalphon is the one that's going to, you can call on him and ask to help bless you with that courage, because I'm hearing that lion's roar with that. So I think that's going to be really helpful if courage is the name of the game for you this week and angel number 1 was your guy. Now, if you have angel number 2, you have Archangel Metatron, indigo and crystal children. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitives. So Archangel Metatron is extremely powerful, and one of the things that he really is specialized in is adjusting energy fields. So if you feel like you're prone to being too sensitive, then he is definitely an angel that can help you to get through the end of the week effectively without taking in more stuff than you need to notice. But it looks like because of this sensitivity, you really are going to be able to teach people to how you have learned how to deal with these things as well, so that they can deal with them with greater ease. If you had angel number 3, then you have Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. And so what I see here is she's got her wand with this little spark at the end. And so it would appear to me that she is going to help you to be able to put your thoughts into words, because sometimes it's really challenging when you go and you're like, oh boy, there's really a book on my heart I'd like to write, and then you start writing, I'm like, oh, this still looks like yuck, because it doesn't match the frequency that you have in your mind. So ask Archangel Gabriel to help you put your words into, or your thoughts into words in a meaningful way that will really resonate with the message that you would like to deliver. So that is your reading for the week. If you are interested in your own personal reading, get a hold of me via the instructions on or message me on Facebook. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care, guys. Have a great week.